Hello everybody, this is Walrus McFish Sr. and we're back with some more crawl videos. Hey, I got a couple of days and I was in the mood, so let's try recording a run. But first, before we get started with the action, I'd like to take a minute and take a look at the high score list. Because even though I haven't been recording these past couple weeks, I have been busy playing crawl and I have a couple more wins I'd like to show off. So, this is sort of a prelude video of sorts. If you want to just skip right into the action, you can jump to the next video. Also, if you haven't watched the Augustine playthrough, maybe you want to watch that or skip this video because this may be spoilers as to whether or not I won, because if I did, I would be pretty close to the top of the high score list, one would imagine. So anyway, let's just take a look. Alright, you've been warned. Here's the high score list. And wow, there have been some additions since my last time. So you can see right on top of the list I have a new high score, which is Azalea the Vine Blade here. It was a Vine Stalker Warper of Zin, and I got all 15 runes. Check it out. +8, +6 Blessed Blade there. Blessed by, I went with the Shining one for like 2 minutes just to get that done, of course. The +8 Crystal Plate Armor of Cold Resistance, found in an ice cave of all places. Amazing stuff. Look at those rings. Beautiful rings for a Vine Stalker, especially. We get that MP +9 on there. And all the runes, of course. Looking at spells and such, you can see I had quite good skills, of course. You got plenty of time to work up your skills if you go through the whole game. And also, I was even casting things like Controlled Blink, which is a fairly high level spell in Crystal Plate Mail. So I was a warper, and I stayed true to that, being able to warp very well even at high levels in high amounts of plate mail. So that was awesome. I won a game with a good god. That was one of my goals. Then we've seen him before. He was my necromancer. Regular cricket. That's third place, I guess. So I wasn't expecting to win this guy at all, but he was a Spriggan assassin of Vehement. And I sort of did this as a challenge. You know, Vehement is usually more of a conjurations god, not someone you would usually pick as a assassin. But it worked out great. It meant that I was able to get into conjurations in the mid game in a big way. And I had a Staff of Energy, so hunger was not an issue at all, which is great. I would just cast Orb of Destruction everywhere, and I had that Hat of the Bear Spirit, you know, fairly typical. Here, I mean, I mastered spellcasting and dodging and stealth. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, fairly typical outfit here with Orb of Destruction, Spellforge Servitor, and the like. Aura of Abjuration helps a lot in the end game. So that was great. Yeah, getting Glaciate castable. So that was a win, and then the third win is, well, Thorium we've seen, he was just a Minotaur Gladiator. Augustine, that was our Vampire Enchanter, we remember him. Yeah, so I mean, he's a little bit lower now, but what are you going to do? Steven is the new guy. This is a Octopode Wizard, and I was very, very happy about this because it was an Octopode win. And I wanted to win an Octopode so bad. I mean, this was the first game ever of Crawl. I played as an Octopode, and I was finally able to win one, so I've got that under my belt now. So, yeah, Octopode Wizard, and, you know, the theme for this guy was I was casting all of the high-level tentacle spells. So, yeah, my rings are pretty cool. You know, I've got some pretty nice rings in there and such. But the real bit for a wizard is the spells, and you can see I had pretty good magical skills. And then I had a bunch of spells like Summon Forest, which was pretty cool, a great early level spell. Summon Horrible Things, and Malign Gateway, which are all spells I'd never really cast before. The problem with those spells is they drain your intelligence sometimes if you cast them. However, if you wear a Ring of Sustainabilities, it cancels that. So as an Octopode, I had enough ring slots that I could just wear those all the time. And then I had stuff like Air Strike. I had good air magic as well, so I had a bunch of summons, and then I could just Air Strike them from the back, because Octopodes are pretty squishy no matter how you cut it. So anyway, that was the other new win. You've seen the other ones if you watched the end of the other videos, but yeah, Santa Claus, Ogre Ice Elementalists, Bimo, the Deep Dwarf Monk, and Barium, the Ghoul Earth Elementalist of Hydriados. So, yeah, that's up to 10 wins now, including my .13 win. So you can know that this video is not going to be any of these classes, or gods, or species. So let's pick one that we haven't done yet, and this is also just sort of a test of the video settings. Special thanks to YouTube user D. Hyaneus, I don't know if I pronounced that right, for giving me these Cam Studio settings. Hopefully they will work and not have any of those effects that we saw in the last run through. So anyway, I'll see you for part 1 of our next dungeon crawl playthrough.